Karabo had to look at this. I was like, how do you do this one?
Yeah.
Angsa comment ganti mthini yenzeni iwunga.
Iwunga addictive brethren. So fast bancane.
Can you read it as a, let's say this was a voiceover, how would you read it?
How would you read it?
You
No.
put you on the spotlight.
In any voice right now.
Yeah.
In any voice that you would like to do. Karabo, send us that voice note.
Please.
How do you sound like that? Say it again. Do you sound like this?
She's even crying.
She's crying. Sulela. Paruru. My nginxeleza Sulela babes. Sisonke mutase. Nyabora.
You know, he loves himself, this one.
He is he's so close to marrying himself.
Like,
So
that
already
close.
did. Like, really? Like, I already did.
Yeah, you're
That's
gonna
why
marry
my
yourself for the
surname
second
is
time.
Malindi.
Now it's gonna
Nada.
be Lindy.
Nada.
You're gonna marry yourself twice.
Nada.
And we are live and welcome back to it again. Yo, 2021, Safitlile. Let's get real on Sundays with Brinnette. I am your host, THATO Malindi, and Brinnette, how are you? Wakula. I guess I'm
Absent.
Who absent? Yeah, we're going to sing about those one. But Bonolo.
Absent.
Exactly. I got two lovely guests coming through for us today, guys. And we've got 2 hours of fantastic content lined up for you today. I've got the beautiful Gugu Khathi, and I've got also Bonolo Shabalala. Hey, look at those nails. It seems like you're gonna poke someone with those
I
things,
live in
right?
South Africa though.
So when you live in South Africa,
Safety first.
Safety
Safety
first.
Safety
Number
first.
one.
Horror.
Yeah. Can you show the people? Can you show the people your nails, please?
When people see these nails.
I think against the white. There we
Look
go.
at that.
So in nail terms, this is like a size 10. Not for real. Like
Yes,
this
seriously.
size. I'm on one today because I'm
Yeah.
on a break from December,
Yeah.
and that's a 10. And I usually own it like 3.5. Ne? I still can never do this, and it's amazing every time I see Bonolo with these nails. Like, how do you do it? And can you believe he taught me how to like wear stockings with my little nails? I couldn't wear stockings still. I'd rip them apart.
You know how
Bonolo
to
will
do
just
it.
be like, what?
Yeah.
No way, and I just.
You gotta-
So he's teaching me
hang
a lot
of
of
it
things.
somehow.
How to
Yeah.
pick up a
But
coin,
man.
take out a card out of the ATM. Things I couldn't even do. He taught me.
So you
Pick up
can't
coins, okay?
you can't be a receptionist with those nails, no?
I can. I do
He's
type.
actually the fastest typer I know.
I do time.
No, no, man.
That's fine.
Yo, you know,
Happy look.
I would love to get myself into that point where I can probably maybe I don't know like
That's how brave you, man.
yeah no actually I don't know, like those nails though, they are too huge, man. Like
They're long.
really
They're not
too huge.
huge. No, my nails are not thick at all. They're long. Yes.
So now you're gonna use that as like a form of like knife or something like
Yeah.
that, man.
I never,
That's tough.
well,
I always get asked
quite
that
depend
question.
like approach. Depend like approach. If it's only nice, nice.
Yeah. Shout out to you guys, by the way. Thank you very much for joining us. Gugu,
Yeah. Tato.
yo.
My brother Tato Satan. Have you heard that thing?
No, I
Have you heard
haven't.
that thing?
No, I haven't.
TikTok. Oh Lord, I live
Lord.
for TikTok.
Hey guys, I need to
Hi,
go
my
search
name
it,
is
so-
Gugu,
Yeah.
and I'm with my brother here, Tato Satan.
I didn't get myself into it. Gugu, thank you very much for joining us, man, and coming through as our special guest for today.
Only a pleasure.
It seems like your whole family is coming here. Like I must end up getting like even your daughters must come, like your garden boy. It's like
Yeah, no, like one thing about us.
Yeah.
One thing about us, we take shit over. We take over.
Yeah.
So watch out. Watch out.
Hey, Brunette, did you hear that? Did it take you
No,
over?
I told her,
your own
I'm
show?
like, you know what I said to Brunette? I said, how do you, it's like you asking me like to go and send a message to your boyfriend. You don't send somebody to your job. Like you don't do it. You don't do it. Don't do it.
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of a time in high school. I once had this incident where there was a girl who had a crush on me, but she couldn't tell me. So she told her friend to come through.
You see.
When the friend came through, I ended up dating her friend.
Rules of engagement. It's like going to the post office. I can go and I can send someone, but there's personal things. You can't.
You can't.
There's messages that cannot be. Oh, the next thing people are happily ever after. They are watching them, telling everybody you've been betrayed.
Yeah,
Not betrayed. You sent me to the wrong place. So Brunette, next week when you're upset, you know, now you.
Now Brunette as a station manager, I can say, when I go high, I love you, but hey, it seems like this energy is more than yours.
2021, like
we're changing
things are happening. We are reinforcing rules here.
The show's gonna change.
No. We love Brunette too
man.
much.
So anyway, guys, please send in your comments. We are going to be talking nothing but celebrity news. Also, we're going to be looking at what's currently trending in and around the world. A lot of interesting things, actually. But I wanted to start off with something else, something unconventional before we go to some music. I want to start talking about something that happened this week that we would like to congratulate Elon Musk, who basically got the helms basically as the richest man in the world with 185 million US dollars.
The people we should know.
Yep.
Girl, I just said that in my heart.
So I want to ask you guys, you guys know that he's South African, right? He was born in South Africa, in
So
Pretoria.
I thought he was African, not South African.
He's actually South African, born in Pretoria.
Pamela. Like George Ross. Like I have to. Like my boobs are on the floor.
Married woman.
No, I knew about him, but I thought he was African.
You thought he was African?
You know how like internationally when they brand us, we're African.
Yeah.
So when you read and you Google and do research on someone, it'll always be, Trevor Noah from Africa.
Yeah.
They will never give us the respect.
They deserve,
Like
that we
the
deserve
direct, like
getting.
we need the address.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he's South African. Wow.
He is South African. He's from Pretoria. And he actually left South Africa when he was doing his second year of tertiary. And that's where he went to America. And then he done messed things up. He got there and
Quietly
he
so.
messed things up.
Quietly
man.
so.
You know? And when you look at Elon Musk, man, I'm saying
No, get THATO. He's a THATO. No, he's a THATO. Like, what he's a THATO, guys.
Takes over.
THATO.
I can understand. Look, how is this guy looking like a tattoo?
No, dude. Basically, what I mean is he really looks Afrikaner when now you put him back to South Africa. Yet when he was African, I couldn't place him. So Linda, I've always had this thing that he's African because I couldn't place him where he looks Afrikaans.
But it's exactly like Charlize. I never knew she was like, from
I've
South
always
Africa
known
up
about
until
Charlize
I started watching videos of her speaking Afrikaans.
Really?
No.
What age group are you from? Like
It's like
2000.
Till 2000.
I
So,
understand.
Bonolo, in the 2000s, before Charlize really took off, she was very loud about her being from South Africa. She was very vocal about her story. And I mean, during her first break, that's when we knew about her. And the first thing she wanted the world to know was that she was, she was a Benonian.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Was a Kaslam.
yeah, it's just that now when you people when they surfaced my 2000, just thought it was long told. She wasn't repeating herself. You know what I mean? She wasn't saying that we were there.
We were there. We knew it.
When she
We knew it.
Yeah, no, us we were there.
It
We were
was
present.
we're
So
not
Luna,
understanding.
there's no need for her to repeat herself. Luna Ole Yang.
And you know what? We were actually making a joke about it. Like, if she basically still remembers, she knows Afrikaans, ne? But her accent is high, Afrikaans.
It's an American Afrikaans, German
yeah.
accent.
Oh, yes.
And like, has she been in the country since?
Yeah, she the last time that she was in the country, I think it was 2 years back, if I'm not mistaken. And she was doing a conference. I think it was one about the conference regarding gender-based violence that was happening in South Africa. And then she had an incident that she was actually doing. Most of the time, I do know that people like Charlize Theron, they like coming to one and only.
Yeah.
But one and only.
No, little Naraya ko one and only.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Hey, mara
Then
pleke
people never know,
yatura,
man.
hey yatura pleke le bafethu. Yo. I've been there ka company. Don't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
my
yeah,
own
yeah.
money. Mara ka
Both
company.
sponsoring and
Yeah,
about upgraded
What?
THATO.
I'm not gonna pay
Bereka,
25,000 rand for just a single
Yeah.
suit. Yaukala.
Yeah.
Bereka,
25,000 rand.
Yeah.
Bereka.
Yazama bonoro.
Bereka.
Yazama.
Usafika.
No, but big ups to Charlize Theron
Yeah, man.
with the work that she does continuously. I mean, she's very vocal. I mean, she's an ambassador for many causes in Africa.
Yeah.
And I know some people feel like she's not present enough. She's busy.
She's
But
very
her
busy.
work,
Yeah, she's a
her
busy
work
girl.
speaks for herself.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know like the one time, I don't know, was it 2003? I'll just check my facts. She raised the most money in terms of celebrities living overseas for causes here in Africa.
In Africa,
and most of them was about children and children diseases, hunger. She was very vocal on just trying to reach out to Americans to support our causes and to actually reach out to
That's
where
the heart
she
of
is.
the East, guys.
So her work is actually very loud, though she's not here physically most of the time. We see her work, man. So big up. She's one of the people that hasn't disappeared. I'm still waiting to see what Trevor Noah is doing. Hey guys, have you seen Trevor Noah doing? Give a go guy. What is he giving?
We're also going to be talking about that right now. Gugu just mentioned that also, by the way. We are going to be talking about Trevor Noah also and his new house that he actually bought. We're going to dive right deep into that. And then also, do not forget, it is exactly 10 minutes past 11 right now, guys. It is January the 10th. It is a Sunday. We are currently live Central African time, all the way in Marble, Johannesburg in South Africa. Please do send in your comments and tell us where you're listening from. From where? What are you currently doing? Are you listening from the couch? Are you listening whilst you are in your car? I don't know why you're in your car in COVID, but anyway, wherever you are listening, maybe you are taking like number 2, and you're like, hey guys, since people are talking a lot of
let's
what I'm
not take
taking
it number
out.
2 while I'm talking.
Yeah.
Like, it's rude. Like, you know how hard they worked to bring me out here. The next thing I'm here, and then you're in the toilet just enjoying. I know. Let's just put some sanitizer
Guys,
to the situation.
It's 11:11. Do you believe in Shakara? 11:11.
I think I've outgrown the belief system.
Yeah.
But it had a relevant place it played in my life at some point because when you believe in something strong and hard enough, it starts.
Yeah.
So I think as soon as I distant myself, when I started revisiting, I was like, is this what I was believing in? I really could. But I respect people who still
exactly
respect.
like plants, friend. I mean, they've got energy, matter. I can't know.
So all the plants and flowers I get die. So what about my energy?
Honey.
What are you saying about
Cruella, babes.
No. So
Cruella.
quick story.
Yeah.
I always get what are these lilies? Remember
Yeah.
I told you the story.
Yeah.
It kills me that I can never have a lily in my house for more than 7 days.
How?
Dude.
What happens to the lily?
Honey, she
Take care.
waters it once.
Like no, you don't have
The
to
day
give
she
them a
buys
lot of
it.
water.
Mara, I can't order about
No,
secret
Mara, how do you-
ingredient.
How did drown me like that?
Mara, order about a secret ingredient.
Like they're supposed to
Teaspoon,
they're
yeah,
supposed to
dishwash.
move into your house and make themselves
Yeah.
a whole.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So
Yeah.
it means I've failed dismally. The last year I took myself on a long journey when I was just buying them.
Yeah.
Just trying to see, okay, I'm watching you.
Yeah.
I'm feeding you.
Mhm.
Yeah, these things are dying.
You see, and a lot of people they actually don't understand when it comes to actually planting. By the way, for those who don't understand,
Doesn't have green hands?
there's that saying, having green hands doesn't mean literally having green hands. You don't have to be the Hulk, but having green hands literally means that you know how to plant and take care of the plant. But however, it's energy that speaks to the
Yes.
plant. So, for instance, maybe if you would come up with or try maybe a different plant, for instance, right? The plant speaks to you. You know what I mean? And when you plant it also, you speak to the plant, like kind of thing. You take care of it in that sense. And the plant actually blossoms out of that, The word I was looking for is blossom, by the way. It wasn't
Yeah,
blossom.
blossom. I'm wondering,
Yeah.
But she's in particular into lilies.
Yeah. But I don't understand. If lilies clearly don't like you.
you see, like if you don't,
Some of my pinches or
lilies
something.
don't
I
like
like my body rose. I didn't know a rose
if
when you
lilies
move
don't
it.
like you.
When you
Yeah.
move it from one place and you put it
And
in another
another
spot,
place.
it dies and then it comes back to life.
Guys, not into baby some Gugu, but I Gugu or internet.
I
They will
haven't
tell you
watched
everything.
it,
Yeah, what
man.
internet.
No, but also laws of attraction.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is just us trying something that's just not for us. Like,
Repemika putileshe,
yeah, like
muriri
we
manana.
advance somewhere. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
in terms
I
somewhere.
agree,
Yeah,
friend.
yeah.
A good, very good
Or we
somewhere.
can plant aloe.
Mamela, my mom said even like, you know, the relationship I have with my kids.
Yeah.
She's like, my kids are self-raising.
Yeah.
Because all you do is like, you make sure your kids are set up.
Yeah.
And then like little things. So like the past few years, I've been actually just connecting with my kids, having conversation with my kids. Because, you know, I just, you know, I expect things to happen.
Yeah.
And then I put in the things that I think are required for things to happen. And then I let things go and I move on.
Yeah.
So my mom was like, no, we have to go back, revisit, connect.
You need to connect.
So maybe if I can connect.
What plant does your mom have?
Yo, my mom has a lot of flowers, plants. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
But she's really, if someone has green hands, my mom has green hands.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'd buy flowers. And then like 3 weeks later, these flowers are just sitting there. Like, God, what flowers are these? Like, what courier or company did I use to order these flowers? Because these flowers don't die. The ones I get at my house, they give in as soon as they walk in.
Like, I'm really not a plant person.
Already, you know.
You bought me flowers for my birthday.
You left them in my
They're
car.
probably still in my boots. so
yeah, basically that's the normal.
Yeah, man.
And, yeah.
You guys are something else. And by the way, I'm not saying that I'm not a guy that's out there for the environment. I love the environment, but me planting something, there's only one thing that I can plant.
Oh, yeah, we know that one.
It's that green one.
The one that grows in your house without you planting it.
Yeah, that one that can even grow in your closet.
Everyone says, no, this thing just started growing.
Yeah, like I don't know where it comes from. By the way, speaking about that,
everybody.
My dad, I still remember when I was still living with my parents at times, growing up in high school. I had a corner that I had where I used to actually have some greens. Dad, I know you're watching, but
and the greens are not vegetables.
Yeah, we're not talking about vegetables. He knows what I'm talking about. So what would happen was that like I would actually herbalize there. I used to call it herbalizing. So I'd sit there, herbalize.
So you're the Herbalife owner.
Yeah.
You came down from Herbalife. And they need to credit you.
Exactly. So I used to sit in that corner and I used to basically smoke there. So now, you know, the seeds would fall there most of the time. And then the plant would start growing. Hey, this other day my dad saw the plant. Hey, the way he called me out. You know when your parents call you out with a slap? Yeah, by the way, I come from that generation.
THATO. THATO. King.
You know, he called me out as if I was going to see a surprise. He's like, Ozobo.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, you know, so and my dad is close and he's like this big storch guy. So he's like, Ozobo. And he was smiling. So I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna go see something interesting. And while we were walking towards that corner, I'm like, damn.
Devil was Prada.
I'm damn. Immediately when we get there,
THATO. Ni. And
man, that's the words that he would use. So I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I'm gonna do it outside right now. But that's the only plant that I could actually, focus on and raise. By the way, for those who just joined us, guys, it is exactly 17 minutes past 11 right now. You're currently tuned into ilovemarvel.live. We are live on Facebook, Twitter, and also on YouTube. And you can follow us also on Instagram. On YouTube, it is I Love Marvel Space Live. And make sure that you subscribe onto it. And then on Facebook, it is at ilovemarvel.live. And you can join us also on Twitter, which is I Love Marvel L. This is ilovemarvel.live. The unconventional breakfast show is not here today. It's just me doing it for Brinnette. It's called Let's Get Real on Sundays with Brinnette. So don't get it twisted. I know people probably think that it's the breakfast show. It's not the breakfast show. Yeah, so right after this song, I want to play a song, right? And you probably do know the song, but the release hasn't happened yet. So he did tell me that he's gonna release the song soon. So, but he gave me the rights to actually play the video, so to entice people. Someone that you know, you probably might like it. It's called Best Friend. Tank the Rockstar.
Someone that I really know.
Yeah.
I already know him very well. Very talented young man. Going places. Going very far. Guys, get his music, please. Tank the Rockstar. Best Friend, new single out.
Yeah, man. Here it is. This is I Love Marvel.live.
Let's go.
Best friend. Hitting me and my best friend. Yeah, we do it all night. Yeah, we do it all night. Hitting me and my best friend. Hitting me and my best friend. Yeah, we do it all night. Yeah, we do it all night. Yeah, I get jiggy in the coupe, I'm with my best friend. I can see she let me tell her call her best friend. Whoa, tell me what it is. Yeah, I can buy it all. Did you tell me what you need? Yeah, money coming in. Yeah, hoes coming go. You know how it goes. New price tag, keep it in my kicks. I got new shoes for my bestie. Yeah, hitting me and my best friend. Hitting me and my best friend. Yeah, we do it all night. Yeah, we do it all night. Hitting me and my best friend. Hitting me and my best friend. Yeah, we do it all night. Yeah, we do it all night. Yeah, I gotta keep it cool. Diamonds on my sucker red. Yeah, I gotta keep it cool. Yeah, I might just put a bed up on your waist. Yeah, jiggy nigga from the waist. Yeah, thought I told you, all them girls like me, all them girls like me, wanna fight with me, get down on me. Hitting me and my best friend. Hitting me and my best friend.
Day before yesterday, actually, my mom is in Roundabout, right?
Yeah.
She calls me. She's like, yo, I almost called that name. She called me. Like, yeah, she's like, yo.
Hey, my ngongoza. My
Does she call you like
my
there's a mom? Yeah, I feel like a
Do you
mom calls-
have your mask, my
my
jinkeleza?
chicken my siba
My zongo.
Guys, man,
my
guys.
siba Richie.
My sister Gucci. Nah, guys, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she calls me Panda, man. Come on,
Panda.
Panda, like isn't a panda?
Panda bear.
Yeah.
Oh, panda. Oh, were you a panda when you were young?
Na 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 na.
Wait,
The choir
wait.
needs 5 dance. Needs 5 dance.
You know, failing how to hum in church, you must just know it's chai.
Amazing grace. I want people to sing with me too. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. You wake me.
So wake up. This is a guy you don't ask.
You
to
wake up.
She's like, wake up, please. Trying to get some sleep. Yo.
Oh man. But you know those people that sing like that in church, like they're just humming things out and stuff
Let me
like
tell
that.
you, these are the people that chased everybody out of church. We all would love to go to church. As soon as they gave that nigga the mic,
Yeah.
that's when the church cleared. Let the churches come out and speak the truth. You didn't lose followers because you're asking us for too much money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You lost followers when you
Because
started
you
making
can't.
stupid decisions like giving people who cannot sing the mic. The next thing is this is the pastor's cousin, then he's leading the choir like Jenganini Joe. Like Jenganini pastor's cousin. We all know this guy.
Oh
You know,
man.
Gugu Khathi,
No, music is everything in church.
No, seriously.
Shout
Kuku
out.
Agana wo. She doesn't have what we call a stop nonsense, which
Yo.
is basically a wall that black people put in their households in the
I'm
township just to stop
separate.
the nonsense from your next door
Let
neighbors.
the nonsense
It is exactly 11:23, guys, and welcome to it, man. You're currently tuned in to Let's Get Real on Sunday with the real Brunette and your boy THATO Malindi. Brunette is not joining us today. Unfortunately, she's not going to be around. But we've got also, as usual, our special celebrity guest, and today we've got none other than Gugu Khathi, who's going to be joining us on Nyambona Nanuta. We are Papa, that's Papa. phela.
Yo,
That's
kwang,
Tato, that's a word you don't use.
and that's
No, but it's in a
THATO.
good way,
That is
though.
THATO Satan.
Tato Satan. But it's in a good way. No, seriously. Like about papa.
I'm full of life.
You're full of
man.
life, exactly.
Where the approach?
Energy.
My wheels are
The
pumped
energy
up.
of it. Yes, the
Usually
approach.
approach.
The approach. We got a comment here from Silva. Silva, this is not even a comment. You are laughing.
Yeah, no, please laugh, hey Silver. Yeah, we're laughing right there.
Nah,
Quack, quack, quack.
I think the reason why he was laughing, he was actually laughing at that
The singer.
the singer, the amazing crazy singer. Send in your comments, guys, right now, guys, in terms of what we're going to be talking about. Make sure that you engage with us also. I'm going to be giving away prizes, by the way, next week, but I'm giving away prizes to people who are engaging onto our platforms each and every single time. And by the way, also, you can follow Gugu also at gugu.khathi, right? On Instagram.
The whole time. Only on Instagram.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why? What about Twitter?
Admin. Simmons Omning. CPZ.
You have a TikTok account.
Oh,
You have a TikTok account.
I'm on
Can you
TikTok,
tell us-
South
You can
Africa.
have TikTok.
She's
I'm on
so
TikTok.
addicted. I'm shocked she forgot about it.
I'm on TikTok.
Oh my
I love
goodness.
TikTok, guys. I love TikTok because that's the first platform we don't have to say anything.
Yeah. You
Just
can
have fun.
just have fun in it.
I don't have Twitter because I don't have a lot to say sometimes, because sometimes I believe I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I want to get things done.
Mhm.
Talking about stuff sometimes is just like, okay, we can only just talk. You know? So I
Yeah.
feel like people on Twitter, they're just sitting there.
But
having
there's a
to
lot of
say.
people that are complaining about it. By the way, Americans are complaining a lot about
TikTok.
TikTok in terms of infringement.
Hey, Mamela,
Um,
ever since Donald Trump was suspended and the Capitol was stormed, America, you don't exist. Please keep your feelings to yourself. Hold yourself towards yourself. Nobody
Salani
wants
Maki.
you with your issues. Please
Yeah.
don't come and poison our youngsters with this mentality of storming buildings. You know,
Yeah,
when we
man.
had very important messages to say like Black Lives Matters, you know,
Yeah.
you guys didn't come through proper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna comment for 2021. I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, you guys, you heard that. She has spoken. The Queen has
I
spoken.
see.
Just
no,
put it
I just
aside.
think it's
Yeah.
about time somebody told America something.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking about telling people something, I've got a message here from Idea. Idea says, "Oh, we'll miss Bree. Don't worry, it's just for one day, though. Then next week she's coming back."
Again, we are not promising.
And because we don't know what happens if, people get replaced at times, like someone can come in as a guest and then end up hosting or being
Just
the
don't
host
ask
of the
somebody
show.
to hold your lunchbox.
So we don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? We don't know what's going
I'm
to happen.
defeated, guys.
By the way, Brinnette, we've got love for you.
Yeah.
We've got love for you. Hanya Nefel.
No,
How-
we
Anya.
proper. We proper. No, we love.
You know that
no, we
you
love
know,
Brinnette.
you know that Brinnette is like me and her go way back. She's like my sister, basically.
Nice,
So we go through a lot of bantering.
nice.
She banters me a lot. I
Mm,
banter her
mm,
back.
mm.
No one catches feelings.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the reason why we are getting real on the show is that this is a show of feelings
Aside,
aside. Here, we're just getting real and we're enjoying ourselves. You know what I mean?
beautiful.
We've had guests here where, they would laugh with us and stuff like that. And then after the show,
Walk
they're like,
out and then
they're like, what's the matter?
Hey, re ba tlwaetse, man. Re ba itse ge bao. Ba dipelo tsa dinyonyane. Re ba itse.
The ones that catch,
Re
they
ba
catch
tlwaetse.
feelings.
Yeah,
Re ba re patela, man.
they catch feelings like no one's business. Like, you catch feelings like as if you're playing cricket. I don't understand. Like, just ease up also into it. I've got also another comment here from Silver's like, yo, no, but it's true. She is a ball of energy. Oh, he says that you're a ball of energy. You see that? You wanna cry? Can you get us some
No one
tissue,
said
please?
something that nice to me in a long time.
Really? Not even today in the
No,
morning?
I received
guys.
thanks, man. Today I woke up and I actually wanted to spread some love and bring
Yeah.
out energy. You know,
Yeah.
most of the time I feel like I'm a serious bottle.
Mm. Like,
Jay, alivuleke bona
Not
ibhodlela
even
le-acha
friend.
ne-beetroot.
Yeah.
Uli- uli-
Yeah,
Yeah, so today I was just like, today was just like it's 2021.
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood.
Is it?
I feel like 2020 was very
Maybe
heavy
New Year's
on
resolution.
everyone.
Mm, mm.
So I feel
Ke
like
go fa till March.
I think I've been very hard.
Yeah.
I think for me, 2021, just lighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like laugh a lot because I'm always mina joke ngikhechi
Yeah.
ngihleka later ngiyi-one. It's well fun.
Is it because maybe maybe
ngasikhathi angidlula ngiyayibamba.
uyayibamba indaba awulahi lapho Oh, okay. Njengabo gogo bethu vele abafaka imali vele.
That time
Yeah.
lokuthi bekeshaya ijoke usamangele namanje yo ayilosisi no
Serious,
street
yo.
lo.
Kanti.
Ayilosisi serious.
Security.
Can't I know
Manje
sometimes you just have to.
why uhleka uyi-one?
No, but sometimes like I'm saying, I've been doing a lot of reviewing.
Yeah.
I think I've pushed myself very hard for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I think with pushing yourself hard, it's a very good thing, but it
Yeah.
also puts a sort of, hood
Yeah.
on who you really are, because you train yourself and you put yourself in this discipline and way of life until you're a robot. You know what I mean? And you don't even see. And 2021, the one thing I'm asking for is to be present in the moment, because previously in many years I've done so many things, met so many amazing people, gone to so many amazing countries and places,
So many lost
but I was never in the
opportunities.
moment.
Yeah.
I was never in the
In the
moment.
moment.
2021, I just want to be in the
In the
moment.
moment, yeah.
I just want to be
Yeah.
here right now
Yeah.
at this radio station with you guys. You know, that's what I'm learning. And I think it's part of growth as well.
Yeah.
Because there's, a lot of things COVID teaches us, there's no longer a reason to like always be running. There's no red race anymore. It's teaching you life is more important. Your loved ones are more important.
Yeah.
Money is not that important as much as you were taught or you taught yourself. It showed you life itself.
Yeah.
Now I'm coming to just start to respect life a little bit. So yeah, I'm coming from the energy 2021 and hopefully so on and so on,
Etc. and etc.
Until
for those who didn't even know, when it comes to that, by the way, 2020 then just messed up everyone's things.
it's true.
A lot of people are actually exchanging like memes and gifs of 2020 being like what you call this, like a villain telling the other villain where the school is, where the cups are, where everything is. So in other words, saying that 2020 you're still gonna have, in 2021 you're still gonna have the same feeling that you had in 2020, but I feel like you are the person that actually owns that. So you might have the same energy in terms of the world, in terms of the pandemic, but however, what about your energy? What are you doing? Are you still keeping the same energy that you had in
How you
2020?
interpret it.
And exactly my point, and what you're gonna do when it comes to this year. So right now, speaking of the new year and speaking about new things that are actually happening, let's go into entertainers right now. We've got something very interesting from Somizi. Very, very, very interesting. Ish.
Oxtail.
Yeah, no.
This is it.
So unfortunately, like Usomizi is one of the people I'm gonna unfollow just for 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Ngiyangu diet.
reinvent.
No, not that. I'm going on a diet. You know how annoying these cooking pages are when you're not trying to eat.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the first thing you like, then you stand up, you're pair.
Can I just say, Hore?
Can we just not like see food when we're trying to lose all the December weight?
No, but I can
know.
say your version of diet is die eating.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
you
a diet.
stand up and you go and you
And I
cook
eat.
and you come back
Yeah.
and you eat and then
You
you're
know,
like,
and that I blame it on Instagram. And
Are we
things like
hungry?
some easy.
can we have a snack? That is you. You die eating.
No. Let me
No
just change
diet.
it. 2021 is still ungali.
Oh, so
So can we
yeah,
not
when I
see
lamba,
food?
yeah, lamba
Maybe,
there,
let me
well.
look at the book like this, Let me see what
Yes,
they're doing.
it's
But don't be
katalogado.
cooking.
Yeah.
Angisafuni.
I mean, I want to gain weight, but just 2021, I'm seriously gunning for weight.
Yeah,
Like, I
follow
don't
all
want
the
to
food
stress.
pages.
I don't want to stress. I don't
Follow
want
all
to
the
stress.
food pages.
I think I'm just gonna follow, all the
Can I
food
go
pages
Instagram?
for Sumizi
Ushebe
also.
bo so easy.
Yeah.
Go cooking with the
Bo si ba bo cooking with dinner tematlohans.
Yeah.
Ke batho ba etsang bo ma-
Yeah,
Ba
but
tlo go entice ba go fa recipe.
they made fed cook that's not like the fed cook
Darling,
that you used to. It's not
Can
fed
you
cook
see
with
my
beans.
lips going dry already at the thought of Liguenya?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, they're going to have it. It's like you want to stand up and go and eat it. Then
Why
you
you
find
see
it.
ah
You
cha?
want to call the chef, the person cooking it, like, bring it. It's bad.
It's
When I
bad.
grew growing up, we used to be disgusted.
Yeah.
It's funny how now we grow, we missed it.
Yeah.
And now we're starting to actually attach ourselves back,
Mm.
to the childhood like meals that we never eat. December, I was eating a lucky star.
Oh yes.
Catfish.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Mm.
When I started making money,
Mm.
first thing I wrote off
Yeah.
was this beef can. And beef can with the kids.
Yeah.
And lucky star.
Yeah.
I said it's poverty food.
I'm
I
done.
cannot eat this food.
Now you
I
got
will
money,
not buy this food.
but you went back.
December, I'm so tired of eating meat and fried meat and whatnot.
And then she then
I
made
asked
rice.
my aunt, I'm like, lucky star, is that Chinese one? She's like, yeah, like the whole time. She went and came back. I'm like, I want it with gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was the best meal I've eaten in years.
Mshange papa, did you have it with pap?
Shange rice. We
Mshange
didn't have
rice,
mealy
ooh.
meal, but now I'm back in Joburg.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
nami ke sa je tlhakwana one. The trotters.
Yeah.
No, I
What were
made
you
Hey,
that.
using?
they
I
didn't
make the
terrify
best.
man.
No, I make the
But
best.
until I saw someone up there on Instagram, I debated Sam
Yeah.
and I was like, okay.
No, I make the best takonas. So
Let's
Guys,
have trotters.
guys, what is that? Like I
Runaways.
don't know.
Runaways. Give out
Runaways,
to us
okay.
something
Oh,
big.
oh, something big.
Yeah.
Not the small one.
Not 2 legs, but 4.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
what are you talking about when?
Oh, tlhakwana.
Oh, ma-
Sing maotwana.
Tlhakwana ke
Tlhakwana
eng?
trotter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I make that as well. No, my dad used to like that.
Yeah.
Show me get trotter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I seriously
Honey.
didn't.
know the English.
I didn't know the
Honey.
English name. Chinese.
The thing is, you know,
Biza
it's like-
magnena.
No,
Amagnena wenkomo, amagnena
you know
wenkukhu,
what
amagnena
happened?
nje. Yeah.
You know, the thing is,
Yeah.
the thing with him goes. So I thought.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
Show me mara ising maotwana. Ke
And
bua ka
then finally
tlhakwana.
I'm like, you know, run away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Change your hand first.
So uzama gore ke tshwana le
No, your
Le
hand
rainbow.
was the runaway.
Oh, but I've got 5 fingers, not a 3.
No, this I think maybe you won't.
Yeah, man. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. It is exactly 11:35. Let's have a chat about this. So Somizi's book, guys, has made like leeways. Congratulations, by the way, to him. In terms of that, it has reached #1 as one of the best-selling books in the country. So I've got here something that came from Sowetan Live, who says media personality and SA icon Somizi Mhlongo Mtaung's a cookbook, A Dinner at Somizi's, I Am Not a Chef, has clinched the #1 bestseller spot in South Africa. Now, this is according to an audit report by Nelson of SA Book Retailers. Not Nelson Mandela. Nelson as in it's a data capturing firm. Not Nelson Mandela. Please saying it out there. So now the self-taught chef's guide to culinary excellence has outsold the books from renowned chefs, including I don't know if I said it right.
Darling.
The lazy Makoti guys. The lazy Makoti's guys.
Mohau.
Say it.
I don't know his name, but I know Mohau.
Oh, Mohau.
Yes.
Like you think?
Okay, let's say the surname, but however you interpret, but I understand them.
Yeah, man. See,
Let's say that.
no, but guys, I don't give up when it comes to pronouncing people's surnames. I need to pronounce them right. I can't tell people to pronounce my surname right and my name right, and then I come here and I butcher other people's surnames. Sishone. Did I say it right, guys?
Sishwene.
Sishwene. Yeah.
Ke Sepedi.
Okay, ke Mopedi.
Do.
Yeah, she makes it rain.
Sishwene.
So anyway, so the book, Somizi's book has actually outsold such books as The Lazy Makoti's Guide to the Kitchen, and the food writer of that book, which is basically Ella Woodward, also of the Deliciously Ella, has been also overtaken. And even world-renowned Jamie Oliver's book.
Why deserve it? No, he deserves it.
He does, ne?
He deserves it.
He doesn't have a serpent.
No. He deserves it.
He doesn't have a serpent. He doesn't have a serpent. I get.
When he plates those food,
Yeah.
they're exactly what you see in the book. Nike happy. Why he
Yeah.
deserve it?
Yeah.
Why he
It's
deserve it?
amazing now.
Yes.
Yes.
No, man, come on, guys. I mean, the one person I think we can all witness to hard work is that guy.
Somizi works extremely
No,
hard.
man.
I agree.
Yeah,
He works
like,
extremely hard.
You know, I just hope
yeah.
it doesn't disappear and come back with a Bentley. You
Yeah,
know, we see the journey to the Bentley.
Yeah.
I
He's up
agree.
every morning. He's
Yeah.
engaging. He is on
There is
radio.
no one
he is
that gets more
working.
gigs than him.
Yes. So
in the
I
industry.
mean, like,
Mhm.
I think guys, like, you know, There's people we cannot attach such things to.
Yep.
I think he's accredited.
Yeah.
No, his hard work accredited.
So basically, his book has basically not won, but has clinched the #1 spot at the moment. And by the way, for those who didn't know, so Mizim Mhlongo is basically a South African personality. He does quite a lot. He does almost everything. He's a choreographer, self-taught cook. He is a judge at Idols SA. He's got his own what you call this, a kitchen, not kitchen but food show. What else also does Somizi do also that I don't know? Reality show, MCs, does voiceovers, does radio.
Multi-talent.
He's just like everything that has to do with media entertainment.
Yeah, everything he does, he takes.
He's there. So what do you guys actually think about this book? Have you guys actually bought the book? Have you guys read the book? Are you gonna buy the book if you haven't?
I think Somizi's book would be an easy purchase.
Yeah.
For two reasons. One, I'm glad that people are waking up to start supporting our own, you know? I'm happy when I see our music on like #1. I'm happy when I see our books being bought, you know, because we come from a very far place where, you know, there's always a preference of others.
Yeah.
Where our people didn't understand the importance of supporting each other. It was always been like, you know, South African sabotage. South Africans are so that we're the sickness of sabotaging each other.
Yeah.
And I think social media has actually opened up those curtains where people have been told off and people have learned lessons.
Yeah.
And people have actually just gotten tired of being mean.
Yeah.
You know, I'm seeing that people are actually starting to be nice and they're starting to use common sense.
Yeah.
And it's up to you if you bought the book. I'm definitely going to get the book. But no, I don't know about you. Yeah, man. Let's buy our own books. I think it's going to be a good book for people that want to cook. I'll buy it for someone who likes to cook.
It's a good book.
I wouldn't.
It's at #1.
Yeah,
it's a good.
I wouldn't necessarily go through it because right now I'm not trying to eat again.
Yeah,
So
you did mention
I'm
that.
definitely going to buy it for people that love,
Yeah.
you know, to cook.
Yeah.
You do that. That's the spirit going forward, man.
Yeah.
You know, if Gunolo drops something tomorrow, let's buy it. Let's support it.
Support
Let's
each
go all
other.
out. You know, let's rotate the money.
I got a comment here from Ada. Do you wanna tell people what Ada is saying right now?
You go, Gunolo.
The cookbook is
Like, you know,
#1.
how could food?
No, we need more authors in our country.
Yeah.
I just need the aircon down. No, I'm
Done.
getting aircon.
Done. Aircon out. Yeah. So Ada says.
Ada Uti, the cookbook is #1. We need more authors in the country.
Which is kind of true.
Wow. Yeah.
It's kind of true.
You know what this is gonna do, right?
Yeah.
The more local cooks write books, our kids will never lose the recipes. You need to understand right now we're sitting at a 70-30, you know, junk versus home cooked meals.
Yeah.
Our parents are busy. You know, we've got a young, you know, family life happening of people running around trying to make money because life is so expensive. I don't see kids mostly just enjoying the pleasures of a home cooked meal. It's a McDonald's all the way and KFC all the way. These books, that's the purpose we're gonna play. You know, my mom will cook for me once this meal, and one day I'm gonna run into the recipe. And then
I want to remember.
You know, it's nostalgia.
And again,
So I think really like people need to write more books.
and again, even our style of cooking, it's not intricate. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
It's, you know, reminders. So my grandmother used to cook chicken and then I fry.
And the fact that Somizi is not a chef, I'm sure most
Exactly.
of his recipes are still traditional.
Yeah.
And whatever direction he decides to add on it, he's adding a Somizi touch. It'll always be something maybe you want to choose or not choose, but the recipe will be there. So we'll never lose that in our history.
Interesting stuff, man. So that was basically it with our first insert. We were talking about Somizi and entertainers. We've got like a lot that are coming through also, guys. We got 2 parts. It's part 1 and part 2. It is exactly 11:42 right now, Central African time, and you're currently tuned in to I Love Marvel.live. And this is Let's Get Real on Sunday with Brinnette and THATO Malindi. And we've got our special guest, none other than Gugu Khathi and also Bernardo Shabalala. Cuckoo,
Yes. THATO.
a lot of people do not know. So a lot of people, maybe outside even of South Africa, they don't know that you're a businesswoman and that you do motivational speaking also. Can you just please tell me about those 2 parts before I even go to you being in real estate? So let's start off with your business. How did you start off your business? When did you start off your business?
So just a brief background about Gugu Khathi, I was born Gugu Mpapama, obviously. I'm of a Xhosa lineage and raised under Obomajola, and then got married to a Khathi, Mr. Khathi.
Yeah.
Yeah, put some respect in that.
Yeah.
Bob Khathi.
Yeah.
So hence I'm Khathi now. But however, my story started a long time ago. I think at 16, I got my first job.
Yeah.
And that job probably lasted for about 10 to 15 years. I was a dancer for the renowned Zola, right? Traveled the world, did everything with him. But the one thing I always tell people is that do yourself a favor and travel.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor and travel. Because my story started because of traveling. Half of the things I do in my life are not even about the things that I've pursued or studied. It's just my experiences and engaging with different countries and different people and just seeing from a balcony at a hotel what is it that the world is saying. And I've always just taken those experiences and tried to bring them back to our country. I've imported fishing long time ago.
Tuka.
Tuka.
Honey.
Dude, and that was the influence of going to Paris and seeing how people are dressing up, like 9 to 5 in Paris dresses like they're going to the runway, like 5-piece suit. We're obviously in your consent. You those things you don't just look at and then you ignore. It's the influence. You go and you start engaging with really like smart people you would have never ever met had you not left the country. And you learn so much, you take so much. And I think my journey as a dancer was more influenced by motivation. The more motivation I got, the more motivation I wanted to give back. I realized just standing in a room with someone talking, you learn so much compared to somebody doing something for you. And I think that's just how motivation part of it found me. But for the 15 years, learned amazing things, traveled, met a lot of amazing people. I think those things then built this this container here that is Gugu Khathi, And then I think the motivation started when I came back. I realized that I'd wanted to give back because being a dancer, I realized how much money you can actually make and how dancing can actually change your life. I mean, I was just a girl from Soweto, just moved to Kagiso when I was discovered. It was just, and all of a sudden I'm seeing a lot of money in my bank account. Like I'm gonna get this call. I'm making money, and I'm like, this dance thing. People need to know that you can actually, ungapila ngayo, and it can take places. You know what I mean?
Work hard,
Then the first thing I wanted to do, just as motivation to the youth, I opened dance schools around Soweto and Newtown back then, and I just wanted kids to learn the craft. And then they can take it and do whatever else they want with it. But I believe that just that one skill, I've seen what it did for me. And I would have wanted you, if you feel like you don't have an opportunity or you just have passion, take it, see what happens. But with our dance schools, then, the plan changed. Motivation then really found me in those places where Department of Education would come and approach me to say, come and motivate the kids in the schools to say, how did you get to this place? Why dance? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you giving back? Then I started speaking randomly at schools. During the week, I'd go speak in Soweto schools and, colored area schools. And then I'm speaking. I'm talking. And then before sometimes you speak, there's a professional motivational speaker that's there speaking. Now remember, a motivational speaker will motivate you as well. I'm learning as I'm about to go and take the platform. So the more motivational speakers I met, the more life they breathed to me, and then the more life I could breathe to others. So I could say it found me, but I think it had a purpose as well, because that's actually more than anything that I've done in my life, that's where my passion is. I feel like if you can just hear somebody talk, if this guy, the multi-millionaire, the richest man in the country, can just stand in this room right now and speak, that's all we need. That is all we need. Because all I want to know in my situation is, how did he do it? I need to I think there's more power in taking the message and actually getting life out of the message. Unlike somebody giving you 5 rand and not telling you what to do with the 5 rand. You see what I mean? So for me, that's how my life really always plays. That's how I've always just been channeling. My things will always just, build themselves from that point, because that's where the ground and the foundation is. All I have to do is step in an influential room and just listen and talk to somebody that's influential, not an influencer.
Someone that's influential. There's a big difference, guys.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So, I mean, then you learn and you see the world in different eyes, like in another way. And let me tell you, half of the things I've done, half of the patience I have was because I stood in a room and somebody was talking to me and somebody was speaking and I listened.
Yeah.
It's not about the causes I did. It's not about the accreditations I have.
Yeah.
It's literally everything from the rooms I've stood in.
So right now, guys, for those who are currently listening, and you can hear the kind of fire this woman actually has in terms of what she's actually accomplished in her life, and she's still relatively young, man. Like, you know, and still got like a lot of years coming up, and a lot of things also that she's going to be doing. If you got any questions for her, please send through your questions on our feeds, guys. It is at ilovemarvel.live on Facebook. On Twitter, it is I Love Marvel L, and on YouTube, it is I Love Marvel Space Live. Make sure you send in those comments. And hey, man, you never know, man. You probably might be gaining something outside from your comfort zone. So regarding the part that you spoke about in terms of when you started, you were young, and you basically received so much money at a young age. How would you advise someone, like for instance, someone like me in my past, where I had, but it overwhelmed me. So now then I had to take a back seat again, and I'm trying to get myself there. But now there's someone else that's listening right now who's on the verge also. It's probably relatively young, maybe in the early 20s or late teens. And you have to be late teens, because the only way that you'd be listening to this is if you're above the ages of 16 or 14 or something. If not, then I don't know why you're doing this. But what would you say to the person of when you receive this wealth that you would receive, or whatever it is that you are doing, and you're receiving money for it, and it's huge because you come from maybe a background where money wasn't there, so you're not used to money. How does one take that step of not being overwhelmed by that money or by the riches that you're receiving? How did it work out for you? How did you do it?
Okay, I just want to point out just one quick comment regarding that. The world we are now sitting in, I believe, is because of people became overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Positions were filled by people who were overwhelmed. Money came to people and it overwhelmed people.
Yeah.
And decisions came to people to make, but they were overwhelmed. I think that's how we always find ourselves in a crisis.
Yeah.
And I believe that whatever that you pursue, don't let things find you by accident. See, I always had the talent. I was always dancing.
Yeah.
But with the dancing, I was always dreaming.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So when my money came through dancing, I already had a plan for the money that was coming. And I was already in a situation where you saying there was no money.
Yeah.
So I knew that my money needed to rotate. That was my first instinct.
Yeah.
I knew that my money needs to go from me to my dad, authority. So my dad was there at the time. He was the head of the household.
Yeah.
So if you knew and you're spiritual, you know that authority matters, even in the books of God.
Yeah.
Money goes to authority.
Yeah.
So if you are in a household now, husband and wife, money goes to the husband.
Yeah.
It's authority.
Yeah.
I believe God blesses the head so that the head can be responsible to pass it down. God is trusting the country with the president. The president needs to be responsible enough to pass it down.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? It's authority. You have been put in a place of authority. So when money came to me, I immediately knew that I will not be making decisions with the money. So I always took my money to my dad. And I'd say, okay, what needs to be done? My parents will pay off their debts and whatever, buy groceries and multiply and write down the budgets that they need. And I always have to just bring in the money. I'd have to just bring in the money. So now you've got a functional family, which wasn't before.
Yeah.
Because poverty also plays a huge role.
Yep.
Where peace is now taken away, stability goes away because of poverty.
Yeah.
So then now your money bridges. Do you see how my money was able to fix so many disabilities in just one household?
Yeah.
And it went on to my brothers who are now having stable lives because I could take them to school. It went on to my younger sister who she's a special child. We could get her special schools, for her to just go and complete her matric and just come back. But before, those things could never be done because in absence of money and poverty is playing a huge role. The father is no longer interested in the family hold, in the household. The mother is sitting there, she just goes and comes back to work, and it's depression. So even if you have 5 cents, you don't think how this 5% can actually be multiplied.
Multiplied,
It doesn't. I just went, hey, it's a 10.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's school fees not paid. It's transport not paid. But now you are just sitting there, mind and patient.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, all I want to do is travel and dance.
Yeah.
I love my job.
Yeah.
I love this blessing that I've been given.
Mhm.
It's not about the money.
Mhm.
So when the money came, I still wasn't pursuing the money.
Mm.
I still handed it to my father
Yeah.
and trusted him to make the correct decisions.
Mm.
And all I have to do is bring it to them. They have to sit down and make the correct decisions, as long as they don't stop me from doing what I love.
Yeah.
Because the problem we had in the beginning with my family is they strict.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I think for 2 years, I hid it from them that I was dancing.
Ish.
I was laying on my homework.
Because like they would think of something else.
Yo, my mom was
when
like,
they're thinking of
industry.
dancing.
Industry, abo prenda.
Entertainment. Abo brand. Yeah.
Ufuna ukujama nabo Brenda.
Umsolo nje
Yes,
wena,
my
ne?
mom was just, she told me Brenda 20 times.
Yeah.
And I don't know at that point why Brenda was in the conversation. But she was just against the entertainment industry. So for 2 years, I was hiding it. Mamela, for 2 years, imali yagcwala ku-account. My parents, I was
where does she
now
get
you
this?
can't hide this money.
Yeah,
Now you have to
yeah.
just start giving it kancane, like shang, I'm a surprise. Yes,
Yeah.
no paying stove.
Yeah. And
You're
they're
in
like,
high
wait,
school.
wait,
So
you-
Jola
Yeah,
Nama-
Himalaya store.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Then my mom was like, "Oh, so Jola Nama kids."
Yeah, because that's the first thing that they'll think is that where do you get this money from?
You know-
Utole from chest. And then-
Yeah. So because I didn't, I didn't want old school. So because I didn't want to be in trouble anymore for being accused where the money is coming from, I needed to come out and say, you know what, guys, take it or leave it. I have 50,000 in my account.
Mhm.
Mina manithanda ngizonika mali ngathandi ngizoyiphisana ngayo and ngizostop ukujiva
Yeah.
because ngokujiva kuphela I'm in grade 8.
Yeah.
This is how much I make.
Yeah.
You don't have 50k in your account. You don't have 50k in your
And
account.
yasebenza.
And then you're 7. So are we going to
Grade
do
8,
away with
Zuzu.
this?
You were in grade 8 at that time.
Mamela, not grade 8, grade 10.
Grade 10 or standard 8.
Standard 8.
Yeah, we use standard.
Standard. So
For those who don't know, I'm a 2000 standard. Standard 1,
eight.
standard 2, standard 3. Standard 1 was standard 1
you
was
took it down. Sub A.
was it
Sub A.
Yeah.
Standard 1.
Standard one.
Grade 6.
Highway number.
grade 6?
Grade 6.
Yeah, standard 1. Standard 2. Then
But standard 6. Standard 6 is
like
grade 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
grade
take it there. Yeah,
Yeah.
primary. Yes, yes. Grade 8 is standard 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
8. So when I was in grade 10, we were standard 8.
Mm.
Basically.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it was that. And then my parents were like, yo, take a imali or
Yeah. Oripogis.
They were like, imali.
Mm.
Then that's how I stayed and I could work. And they knew they're going to be taken care of.
I got a comment here from Ozanele Zaza Girl Kumalo Ati. As for industry yabo Brenda. Yo. As for industry yabo Brenda. Why, Fed? But anyway, for those who didn't know, guys, Gugu Khathi is basically, you know, she's a businesswoman, she's a motivational speaker, and also she's in real estate also, and you know, she knows prosperity. That's what I can tell you. And today we're going to be learning a little bit about prosperity also from her side. I'm going to be knowing her from a different point of view. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you would co-host with us, so that people can see the other
That one
side.
is grade 3. I just have one quick question from my
Mhm. You can have chats
Live,
there on,
yeah.
your live. Yeah.
someone is saying, if money is not important, why do you work for it?
Honey, how do you thrive, bro?
Like, but
Pillars
At some
one.
point, we never said money was not important.
important, but the fulfillment of it. I mean, guys, let's be honest with it. I can answer
Because
to
the
that
question,
specific individual
the
right
question
now.
was, you know, what do you say to someone who's overwhelmed? But,
You
I
buy
mean, we
it.
actually didn't even get to your answer. Actually,
Yeah,
coming to
yeah.
think of it, you asked, you know, what advice do you have for someone who once was, you know, put in a situation where they were overwhelmed by money, when you
Yeah.
get the money at a young age?
Yep.
Yeah, for me, I just feel like responsibility is very important.
Yeah,
Even if you don't have one, find one.
find a
Rotate
responsibility. Yeah,
the money.
yeah,
Rotate the
Yeah.
money. Tomorrow, if I, you know, give you money, THATO, from just looking after you. Today, I've got my brothers that always just call me and tell me thank you messages and whatever.
yeah,
Because their lives are here and they're happening
Yeah.
because I made a decision once upon a time.
Mhm,
Not because I knew with one day they're going to benefit.
mhm.
I was just keeping things moving in the
Yeah.
right direction.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you see now the results.
yeah,
It's like, wow, even if I could stop working now, I'm pretty sure, you know, my mom is going to be okay.
mhm,
I'm pretty sure my brothers, you know, they're going to be okay. They just need to just get on the line,
yeah,
you know, and just make the right decisions. But
Yeah.
also about right, because you given them the opportunity, just that one foot in the door.
Yeah.
To say, had you not taken them to school,
Mm.
you understand? Had you not done whatever that you probably did, they probably wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Because you know how township stories go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But otherwise, getting money while you're young, man,
Hey, for us, it came in at times where we were not ready for
so you
it.
blew it.
Yo,
You're on that show.
I must go to Moja Live.
I blew
I
it.
must go to Moja Live. Anyway, Zanele also carried on saying that a powerful woman, Gugu Khathi, she's such an inspiration. I've learned a lot from her. Oh,
Thank you, Zanele.
You see now,
Thank you,
touching
Zanele.
people. By the way, just going to that comment that you had on Instagram regarding that, guys. What I've noticed is that you will never in life be able to influence the next person if you don't have money. I am telling you, we are living in that world. Like I can walk to you guys and motivate you guys, but if in Shaitri Faith, I'm wearing an all-star and it's torn out, my t-shirt is torn out, you are not gonna listen to me. I need to have money. You need to have money to even travel places.
Yeah.
Right or wrong. In order for me to see the world and to learn from the world, I need to make money.
Or be in a job that makes you travel.
Oh, well, maybe you can go wash dishes in
Like
a
me.
cargo or something. I don't know.
I tell them all the time. No,
Yeah.
I preach. I'm an ambassador
Every
for
day.
it. I say go on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Go and work overseas. Go and work in a hotel overseas.
Learn about,
Because
like,
I
cultural
feel
diversity.
your mind grows so much as soon as, you know what? In South Africa, we boxed.
Yep.
And that's the one thing I'm not. Because I've seen how the world operates. I'm not boxed. You can't put me in a box. I cannot confine.
yeah.
Like, ngizoliphula. Ngizoliphula because I've seen how the world operates. But like again, had I not traveled,
You wouldn't know.
you know what I mean?
No. And I think I can actually attest to that before we actually close down our first part, coming to part 2, by the way, for those who just joined us. This is I Love Novel Live. The second part, also, we're going to be talking about Trevor Noah. We're also going to be talking about Elon Musk. And I'm going to give you guys also a coronavirus update. And then right after that, also, we're going to just carry on with the conversation that we're going to have with Ukuku regarding basically her come up, so to speak, and knowing her a little bit more. And then we also have none other than Bunolo Shabalala. And we're going to talk to Bunolo about something that he does also. People don't even know what he does. This guy's a makeup artist. He will make you up, eh?
He'll beat you.
Up.
He will beat you.
He will make you up.
He will
I
beat you.
beat smart.
And you do a fantastic job, because
Thank you so
I know
much.
Brinnette when she doesn't have makeup, and when she has makeup, I'm like, yo, my whitey man.
Hey, hold
There's
it,
a big
hold it,
difference.
hold it. Netta. Right there, hold
Hey,
it.
there's a big
Don't let the
difference.
devil test you, Tato.
I get that, I guess Satan.
Tato, Satan.
So anyway, we're gonna be having a chat about that. One thing just to close it down, like for instance, I also learned how to appreciate different ethnicities also because of traveling. I blew money by traveling, by the way, and that's why I'm saying all the time
But
that
you learned,
I
right?
blew that money by traveling. But however, I don't regret it now. Because I've learned quite a lot by doing that. You know what I mean? And I think maybe, Gugu's actually onto something in terms of that. If it means walking to France, walk, bruh.
Aye.
You'll learn a
You
lot.
story. Let's come to healing with Sophie and Gugu.
You need to heal. You are not okay.
You can walk, bro. You see quite a lot once you walk. By the way, do not forget, guys, that on YouTube it is I Love Marvel Space Live, and then on Facebook I Love Marvel.live. You need to follow and subscribe also to those pages so that you can get more of this information. I promise you, this is not the last time Kuku's gonna be here. I am telling you that.
Disclaimer.
No, I'm gonna invite you. I'm gonna invite you on another show.
Bimbi, wherever you are.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite you on another show. Don't worry, I'm gonna invite you on another show.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite you on another show
you.
where there's like, that show is different also. Hey, for now though, we're gonna end off our broadcast right now, guys. Please do not change the page that you're currently on right now. Stay
I'm
tuned.
staying live.
We are gonna be back in the next minute, like literally a minute. After 1 minute, we are back. For now though, this is I Love Marvel Live, and thank you very much, by the way, for joining us. Please carry on subscribing onto our pages.
Day before yesterday, actually, my mom is in Roundabout, right?
Yeah.
She calls me. It's like, yo, I almost called that name. She called me. Like, she's like, yo.
Hey, my ngongoza. My
Does she call you
jinkeleza.
like-
My
does your mom-
jinkeleza.
Yeah, I feel like a
Do
mom
you
calls-
have your mask, my
my
jinkeleza?
my
Chinky.
my siba.
My zongo
guys, man,
My
guys.
sister Richie.
My sister Richie. Nah, guys, man.
Okay.
Yeah, she calls me Panda, man. Come on.
Panda.
Panda, like isn't a panda?
The panda bear.
Yeah.
Oh, panda. Oh, were you a panda when you were young?
Na 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 na.
Wait.
The choir
Wait.
needs 5 tens. Needs 5 tens.
You know, failing how to hum in church, you must just know it's chai.
Amazing grace. I want people to sing with me too. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Yeah.